we nearly had the world end anyway because of a disabled Soviet submarine that was out of communication. And when it began, and it was in crisis, and when it began to surface, some jackass in the U.S. Military was dropping live hand grenades as a joke rather than depth charges. They thought they were under attack. And it happened to be the one submarine in the squadron that had nuclear-tipped torpedoes, and they were entered into the bay. And a man named Mr. Arkhipov, who was senior to the captain, countermanded the order and saved the world, only to go back home, by the way, and be reprimanded and live in obscurity. But literally, the man who saved the world within 1 second, because U.S. doctrine at the time was that any attack by a nuclear or atomic weapon would be met by the full force of the U.S. nuclear armaments, and the estimation at the time was 700 million dead across the Soviet Union, China, Eastern Europe, but good reason to believe that all of humanity might have perished. And we came within a second of that. Next year, Kennedy made peace with the Soviet Union in one of the most brilliant and illustrative episodes of modern history. I commend everybody to listen to Kennedy's peace speech of June 10, 1963. My poor family has had to listen to it maybe 100 times. I wrote a book about it because I loved the speech so much. I was a friend also of Ted Sorensen, whom I admired enormously. But Kennedy made peace by praising the Soviet Union at the height of the Cold War, talking about their valor, their culture, their scientific accomplishments, and the fact that both sides would perish in a conflict, so both sides could be depended on to seek peace. And Khrushchev heard the speech, immediately summoned Kennedy's envoy, Averell Harriman, said, "That's the finest speech by a modern American president. I want to make peace with your boss." And 5 weeks later, the Partial Nuclear Test Ban Treaty was signed. And about 4 months after that, in my opinion, the CIA killed Kennedy for that and for other crimes of trying to make peace. Maybe that explains the military-industrial complex as much as anything.